Where's Dunkel? Dunkel's here. Yeah, okay. But they just have the... Okay, the names are mixed up. YeahBuddy is defending. We have the names on the wrong side. So this will be a little bit confusing for me, and if I get the names wrong, it's my bad. But YeahBuddy is defending. Rough Justice is attacking. That looks like the same comps as before. Fairly normal. Nothing really standing out for me. I see 5 Cocos by YeahBuddy there. So a lot of Cocos. So a little bit interesting there, especially on defense. I wonder how they're going to defend with 5 Cocos. Like 3 makes sense, but the Cocos would say. I mean, if you do tower denial, so it does make sense. But still a little sauce. A little saucy washy. So we go into final one. Alright, so this is again 2-1. Rough Justice has 2. They have to win this attack, and then we go into grasslands. However, if YeahBuddy wins this defense, Rough Justice will win the series of matches. Very close game here coming in. Has been very close. Rough Justice did win their defenses fairly easy, as YeahBuddy's previous defense looked pretty shaky. We'll see how this pans out. Let's get a different angle for this tower defense hold. Tower defense as we go in. What's the button to hide the camera that I keep forgetting? K. You guys don't need to see that. The minimap increased, even though I don't think it's necessary, but for this map at least. And so we go into tower hold. We do have a longbow by Rough Justice, JJA. Once again, the names on the top are flipped. Rough Justice is red. YeahBuddy is blue. I'm going to say this a few times. If I get it mixed up, it's my bad, but hopefully you guys remember this. Tower's getting fairly low. Will YeahBuddy to break them any earlier? It doesn't look like they're breaking them as late as they possibly can. Now 1 HP on the right tower does now break. Mid and left tower going down to 1 HP as well. Being pinged out by Rough Justice probably to break them as they are now getting close. Pretty good defense by YeahBuddy. Breaking those towers pretty much as close as they can. The left tower there does look like it could have gone a little bit further before being broken, but it's still good to break it. It's still pretty late in its track to break, so that is okay. As the second wave of towers go, we still have 12 minutes on the clock for this matchup here. Plenty of time for Rough Justice to be attacking. A trap on that back artillery. Will it hit any of the jabs? No, it will not hit any of the jabs. The jabs will still walk free. Still a lot of the jabs alive. You have died, like 3 of this model have died out. Really no problem whatsoever here. From YeahBuddy's defense, that left tower took a little bit too much damage too quickly, so Rough Justice will probably break it. Right tower also, they did a little bit too much damage on the outer towers there. Rough Justice now having a little bit more say, probably wanting to break the outer towers. They're breaking it with a Hawacha, but I don't think a Hawacha, you can friendly fire your towers with a Hawacha. I think it has to be an explosion, so a cannon mortar or anything with the, explosion damage. Middle tower getting fairly close there, but it's at 1 HP, so it will go down as well. Breaking them a little bit earlier than the first set of towers, but still close enough. We have jabs, so it's okay. Javs are still basically full HP, and one Jav down to half its models though, so we have lost a few Javs at this point here, but that is why we have 4 Jav units for this attack, for this defense. So anybody has 4 Jav units for this defense. Let's look over a unit count. Rough Justice, again red. Rough Justice bringing a lot of purples and greens. But YeahBuddy themselves also bringing a lot of greens. Nothing really too much to say here. There's not a lot of golds being brought by either team. Just favoring those purples and those greens a little bit more than the gold infantry and gold cav and the gold ranged. Right? I don't think anyone's bringing gold range. It's cannons, flames, or falcos. Not falcos, cannons, or flames. So we're off there. Once again, towers coming in. This is 3rd wave of towers, so all of our culverins have probably ran out of ammo by this point. So it's down to the Javs to really deal with it. That right tower getting fairly close there. It does look like more Javs are rotating to deal with it. They might be, yeah, they'll be able to break it, but it's definitely a little bit closer than you would like to see from our Jav players. They will break that 3rd set of towers. It does look like Rough Justice now getting a little bit closer. Broke that mid tower very early as we go in. It does look like Rough Justice will be going in through the gate. So let us get our camera into position as this fight rages on. We have 2 knights with the forward stalwarts in there. Flames coming out from Dunkel, able to do big damage. It doesn't look like Rough Justice has the Cocos to be able to deal with it as the cav goes straight through Monastic and double Cudeliers, and there's nothing to stop the cav. And now Rough Justice's push is just dead in the water. They have to reset. That is an amazing Monastic and Cudeliers overlapping. Their charges just went straight through Rough Justice's push, and they just could not hold it whatsoever. Maybe if the Orochi were positioned perfectly timed, but with flames blocking the vision as well, it's going to be very hard for Rough Justice to be able to stop that cav. Towers being pushed once again. They will probably get closer this time. Label wrong. Yeah, this is labeled wrong. As we go in, I get back my 3. We go back into the left tower going down to 1 HP, though they will be able to break that, get that left tower down to low. Looks like we have a climb of zealots as well. It does look like this rotation of towers will be landing. So Rough Justice will be able to get on the walls and apply pressure that way. Looks like they, YeahBuddy will be selling out their Javs at this point, realizing, well, if towers are landing, I don't need these Javs anymore. They're not going to help me anything. They're green Javs. Yeah, maybe they get some damage in, but they won't have the damage that I want for this fight. So now Rough Justice gains forward supply. It does look like YeahBuddy's actually maybe defending A. They're kind of faking it. They're standing up here. They don't have any of their units up here whatsoever, but they are positioned at least to think about holding it. We do have a Coke. One of our Coke goes, there's only 2 models left, so we don't really mind what happens to these 2 models of Zycalian Militia, but yeah, it is up here to just be like, oh yeah, we might defend this. Still have our green Javs up here doing something. 6 minutes on the clock. Well, that's still a fairly good amount of time for Rough Justice to push and win this. Preemptive Treb coming in on the staircase. Does look like YeahBuddy is immediately leaving. Realizing, yeah, we don't actually want to defend this. We're just baiting you guys into taking a little bit longer to get onto the point. It saves us a little bit of time. Maybe it does something there. as we now go into the behind a hold. YeahBuddy now pulls a Spartan unit. Good Spartan unit. And as a truck coming in on the supply, but YeahBuddy will probably move out of the way before that gets in there. And does look like maybe the Monastics get hit. Does not hit any of the Monastics. Reapers might get hit there. They're fine. Nobody's really worried about that. We do have the Coco. Everything's set up. 8 minutes on the clock. Rough Justice have 8 minutes. Try to do something here. Plenty of time. Probably a good 2-3 pushes depending on how long they spend getting Artie and this longbow doing pressuring from them. Where are our units back here? YeahBuddy having 5 units of cav out. So 6 units of cav out. So very heavy cav from YeahBuddy there. Very heavy cav. So it'll be interesting to see how this pans out. Once again, our anti-cav is Orochi and Stalwarts. The cannons being pulled by Rough Justice here. It's an interesting play. I think this is probably their best spot to be played, but very interesting how to play. It looks like a DB is maybe getting caught up by the triple glaive. Doing glaive things. Oh! Rough Justice glaive will be caught out, gets maul grabbed into the back, drop down, DB doing the damage. This glaive is living a lot longer than I thought he would. Maybe not wasting the cooldowns on it. Was Black our cannon player? What unit was he? Was the cannon player. So the cannon player does go down there. So Rough Justice will have to wait a little bit longer not having their cannon plays. Unfortunate for Rough Justice there, having their cannon player be caught out and maul grabbed and then executed. Just not having the ability to hold strong with them. A little bit, well, they set up on the wall and positioned here, but it doesn't look like YeahBuddy actually sent any, deployed any artillery to deal with them. Same with Rough Justice, only deploying one mortar to really do any artillery phase. So not a lot of artillery being used for that positioning. Maybe trying to bait out YeahBuddy to be more positioned to the right. I don't know. It's a kind of a weird positioning. Maybe trying to get our muskets and okay, another Rough Justice member just caught off guard. Don't know where he was. Died though. What was he running? We lost one of our rat pikes. That's okay. Don't really mind losing our rat pikes. Now we have YeahBuddy having their muskets up above, bombing down. Does not look like it does look like they got 5 of the cannon models. So it does get a good value of the cannons. Blast comes in, does good damage. Now, a little bit of exchange here. Cav comes through, does get caught, but does find a hero kill. Not more. Monastics goes through all the way to the back of the Arbalest. Finds some of the Arbalest kills. So now Rough Justice doesn't have the anti-cav anymore, but the cannons get another big blast off as YeahBuddy tries to clean this up. Big monastic charge through the side there, cleans up the rest, X through, kills the rest of the units. YeahBuddy's cav will clean up this fight. We still continue going on, maybe all the way to the cav. Counter Coutelier tries to go through, does get caught, doesn't get all the way through. Does look like they found a kill there. Supply blocking from a Rough YeahBuddy blocking this forward supply. Causing Rough Justice to take a little bit longer to resupply in this fight, biding time for YeahBuddy to resupply, get set back up. But Rough Justice saying, alright, we got our units, we're just going straight back into it. Stalwarts brace, they have the Arbalest as well. Unbraced though, second the cav hits, and now they get swarmed by cavalry. Unfortunately unable to hold there as another Coutelier charge comes in. Maybe, I think that might have connected with the flames. I don't know where the flames went. Might have gone the flames. The cavs kind of swarming everywhere. It looks like Rough Justice is pushing onto this supply. It does look like they were now able to block the supply, but they YeahBuddy already pulled the flames. Hopefully they get the flames, get value there, but it does look like the flames are getting dove. Only lost one model, still free firing out. The short sword does thunderstruck them as well, but we have the back Kudalier charge going in. Maybe gets a value. Doesn't get some of these stalwarts, but it also gets stopped by everything else. It does look like YeahBuddy's struggling to hold it. We're still holding on. Down to 1 flame mile left, but YeahBuddy doesn't have many players left in this. So it looks like Rough Justice will be able to win this fight and get to the exchange, but YeahBuddy now getting... Oh, I hate that their names are flipped on the top. It's messy with my head. Fight going on. It doesn't look like there's many units remaining here by either side. So the reinforcements from YeahBuddy coming in. Kudalier's going through, but there's nothing really, no units for them to really hit. It does find 2 kills though. Crazy 1 mile an hour Kudalier's. Arbalest now set up, but Rough Justice immediately dives him with the short spear and shield and glaive. Fighting still going on at the supply here. Rough Justice getting out. Kudalier goes through the Paladins. Paladins not using their heal and vulnerability to hold it off. Looking like we're just kind of stagger loading in. I wonder how the deaths are looking by each side. Rough Justice having a lot of people on their last lives. They're just kind of trickling in. Down to 2 minutes left, so really we can't force and supply. 1 person on YeahBuddy. God damn it. 1 person on Rough Justice out of the fight, where YeahBuddy is actually having a few people on last life, but nobody's out of the fight quite yet. Still fighting over the supply. But it looks like the fight's finally running over. Rough Justice realizing they have 2 minutes left. Can't really fight over the supply. Don't have the units to double pull. Cap tries to go in on these stalwarts. Doesn't get blocked by the CCI. And they are forced to sit there as more units break into them. Rough Justice getting in on those Zycalian militia fighting going on into here. 1.5 minutes remaining. We're not fighting on the point. We actually have 2 people on the point there, going about half cap there. YeahBuddy has to get back to the cap. I don't care really what's happening over here. It looks like Rough Justice will win that fight out over there. Alright, Rough Justice has to win this attack. 3/4 capped now. Looks like the Sipahis will buy some time for YeahBuddy to hold. Sipahis being very tanky cav here. It will hold a lot, but it doesn't look like they're being controlled that well. Kind of just dozing off on the point. I don't really know what to do. Minute left remaining. 50 seconds. 55 seconds. YeahBuddy has to get onto this point. Big Sipahi charge. Probably did a few thousand damage. Doesn't really do too much. Sipahis aren't that great at commander killing. Trying to get on the point. He's still trying to hold as long as they possibly can. YeahBuddy trying to get back on this point. 35 seconds remaining. Units looking low. The Rough Justice getting onto the point. But YeahBuddy's still doing solid. We do have the Raton Pike now on the point, which will be hopefully able to stall long enough. It doesn't look like YeahBuddy has the steam. God damn it. Rough Justice has the steam to be able to capture this point. And YeahBuddy will successfully defend the point, and we will be going to Wuxing Plains. This will be a field battle tiebreaker decider for our grand finals here as we go into the post-battle stats for nerds. YeahBuddy, Rough Justice, once again, Rough Justice here on this side. So this is a Rough Justice MVPs, black with the 152 unit kills. Probably was no defense. YeahBuddy over here was probably whatever. Stats for nerds. Stats for nerds. If you like looking at stats, if you see someone you hate and you look at their stats, you're like, damn, bad stats. Go yell at them and be like, man, you had bad stats. That game against Rough Justice and YeahBuddy. All you people who look against stats. Good. This must have been a musket player. I don't think Pike players doing 887k to units. I just don't believe it. You know, that's for nerds. 37k from our Nodachi. A little bit low from our Nodachi player, but he probably did his job. So that's look at the start. I mean, obviously all of our losses were at the end there. It was very crazy how the end there, that first engagement, you can see where that cav charge really did a lot of work.